Hey, Internet! Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a theory. I haven't done a theory in a while, but actually, I know a lot of my people that I live near have been saying that, oh, I watched the exact same video, I watched this other video, and said the exact same things. Well, I read your message, and I've been coming up with a couple of my own theories, and this one I have my own one, and this one is the truth about Walle, and this is why Walle is still alive after 700 years, and his other friends are not. Okay, so your obvious first answer would be, Brayden, it's because it's fascination in humans. Well, first, I'm gonna get back to that. First, let's just look at the movie. Let's go through it. So we've opened to the dump, Earth, and there's humans are nowhere. And then we later find out that they've been in space for the last 700 years or so. And then we flash back to the beginning of the movie where we're on Earth, and we see that Walle's the last Walle. It's kind of confusing, but stay with me. And all the other Walles have died off and appear to be in top shape. We know this because Walle, at the beginning, gets his treads jacked up, and then he just takes on from this other guy. I'm gonna take your treads. And so, we figure out that the other Walles pretty much died right off the bat, basically. And Walle, on the other hand, is still alive, and we can probably assume that Walle, in the movie that we follow, probably made a lot of the trash towers, since his other friends died right off the bat, and they probably don't have spare parts lying around. Alright, if you don't already know what the Pixar theory is, I can probably tell you right here, or you can go find another video on YouTube. I don't have one yet, because I said I wasn't stealing theories from anyone. The more you know. Okay, so the Pixar theory suggests that all the movies start on one timeline, starting with Brave and ending with Monsters, Inc. or Brave, depending on how you look at it. And throughout this timeline, humans in general, are acting as batteries to toys, machines, and fish, animals, stuff like that. And this is basically how Walle survives. He survives by playing with human stuff, such as bras, Rubik's Cubes, and sporks. Spoon, fork, spoon, fork, spoon. In the middle. Alright. So, I love that part of the movie. So, and throughout the time we see on Earth, we see only one of, the Walle containment areas, where, Walle has all his treasures. Now, there are two things that can come out of this. Either all the other houses were covered by sand and trash and stuff, or all the Walles were in one house. You're probably thinking, if they were all in one house thing, why aren't all the Walles still alive? Well, to this, I have a couple answers. There are two answers I have. One, Walle probably didn't have enough space when all his friends were living in there with him to collect his human artifact collection. So he had to play with this stuff while he was out on the job. This fueled him enough to keep going. But his friends didn't do that. And so they died, and as soon as they died, he moved them out, put them in a pile to get their treads later on, and started his collection. Now, I have one other explanation. You're probably like, well, why wouldn't they play with the human artifacts out in the field? Well, that's probably because Walle was a prototype. He was probably one of the first ones, and he was bound to have some defects, which means that it wouldn't be unnatural for him to be, still obsessed with humans and love humans so much, and it wouldn't really come up until he saw human affection. And so they would just continue making them, probably find one defect, battery or something, and then fix it in that Walle, but then fix it in every other Walle. Now, and then Walle probably would have regained his human obsession, since he would probably be in the field for for like a test phase. So, and then we see that the other ones don't really do anything. They just crumble up the trash. All right, so the same logic applies if there were multiple house things. Steve, watch out the camera again.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay, so the same logic applies as I was saying. Walle doesn't have space to collect his artifacts. As soon as his friends die off, he moves them out, puts his artifacts in, and then survives with his iPod and his TV, and bras, and Rubik's Cubes, and sporks. Spoon, fork, spork. So, there you have it. That's the truth about Walle. Don't forget to put these videos on your social media feed. Bye-bye. And no, Steve, you cannot leave now. You are working with me for the next 2 hours. I told you that.